I'd like to start this review off by saying to you, Hugh Jackman, which you're probably not watching, but I'm still talking to you. Thank you for 17 great years as a great character with great acting. Though the movies around you weren't always great, you were always great in them. And to be sent off with a movie that lives up to your greatness as Wolverine was amazing to see. Also, Patrick Stewart, thank you. If this is also your last role as Patrick Stewart, though, you might actually do Deadpool too, so that'd be great. Well, not as Patrick Stewart, as Xavier. But you get the idea. He does play a lot more Patrick Stewart-esque Xavier in this movie, but that's besides the point. So thank both of you for your great acting skills. Now on to the review. Alright, so Logan. After 3 attempts to give Wolverine his own solo movie, though one could argue the first 3 X-Men movies were all Wolverine movies, because they were, but at a final attempt to give him a solo one, based solely on him, with a few other characters, the 3rd attempt, they finally got it right, and man, they got it so right. Logan is a movie with good action, with phenomenal acting, and most importantly, great tone. This nailed the tone, it nailed the feel of a world where mutants are no longer there, and it's not great on a superhero story level, but as a character study on the character of Wolverine, which is what I wanted this movie to be, it delivered in full. It starts off Logan just kind of killing some guys, and we don't really get any context, and we kind of learn, okay, this world is kind of different, which is one of the few bad points I'll get out of the way there, is that we don't really get a lot in the world, which is funny, because when you compare it to its comic book, which it's inspired by Old Man Logan, almost nothing like it except in tone. Old Man Logan, the comic book story, is all about this world, and the coolest thing about it is the world that we learn about where villains take over, all the X-Men are gone. Where this, it's kind of like, okay, this world, X-Men are gone, I'm not really sure if it's that much different from the modern world. There's cities, there's deserts, it looks similar, but then it's also hinted at that it's different. We don't really get any of that, which is fine because they want to focus on Logan. Where in Old Man Logan, yes, it does feature an older man Logan who is the way he is for much different reasons than this Wolverine. I feel its emphasis is more on that world and all the supporting cast, where this is much more on Wolverine. And Hugh Jackman does a great job in this, bringing the most emotion that I've seen him in any role, and he's a legit actor, and this shows that why he's worked so well as Logan is the fact that he's a legit actor who understands all the intricacies of Logan, and we get a lot of that in this movie. And Patrick Stewart comes in, he's a 90-plus year Charles Xavier now, his mind's losing him, and to see him play both a crazy person, those moments of insight that he still has, and to kind of express how he feels about this whole world, where his whole thing was about mutants being the next generation, and to see him play off of this world without mutants, I think is a very cool dynamic to the character we haven't seen, and in many ways a sad version of the character, because it means his whole life's work kind of, didn't live out too much, and the way that Patrick Stewart's able to pull that off, and also bring humor in the moments where we needed humor, is fantastic. And then the girl that plays X-23, this definitely cements her as an up-and-coming star. For the majority of the movie, she's completely mute, and she's still able to bring such emotion to all the scenes that she's able to pull off layers of it. I mean, happiness, joy, sadness, fear, just all these great moments that she's able to pull out. And then she even delivers a nice monologue, which I would have loved to hear, but I couldn't really make it out in the theater because, people in theater aren't very good, but it was a good monologue at the end, but probably her weakest scene, her strongest scenes were with her not talking, but that can all be worked out because it's more about the enunciation of that. She did a great job displaying emotion with her face. And like I said, the action of it is also really cool. I mean, it's more brutal than ever. You see blood, and because this is a Logan whose healing factor isn't quite working, another slight downside with the movie is the way that they explain that. I just feel like that was like oh, that's why? But that's besides the point. But, his healing factor's not working, so he's having to fight for every single movement, but he still has that pure rage that lets him fight through all the hurt and all the pain, both mentally and physically, and just kicks some ass. And he definitely does it in this movie. And X-23 also kicks some ass. I mean, she's flipping around like Yoda there, which side fact about me, I like the Yoda fighting from the prequels. People don't, but that reminded me very much of that. And the one downside is that it's mostly just a bunch of fighting of goons and other lackeys and such. The Ravagers, I think, are what they called. And there wasn't really what I would consider a central villain. The main central problem was just his healing factor not living up to snuff and what he had to do to help X-23, which isn't a bad thing. It's just when you go into a superhero movie, you expect there to be like a central main villain. There is something of that sort revealed later in the movie. It's not really there throughout the movie, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It just emphasized the point. This really isn't a superhero movie, so if you're going for a superhero movie, you will probably be disappointed. But if you're going for a character piece, and what's probably the best, it is the best X-Men movie for sure. Might not be my favorite X-Men movie because some of the I really like Days of Future Past and First Class, because those are X-Men movies about the X-Men, and I really like the X-Men, but this is definitely the best, and I love this movie. This is definitely the best movie that has come out of the X-Men franchise, including Deadpool, and Deadpool was amazing. Speaking of the Deadpool trailer that's before, or teaser or whatever, hilarious. Apparently there's a longer scene with Stan Lee that I have not seen online yet. I'm going to go check that out after filming this review. But, yes, just such a great character drama on Logan, and it's sad, it's joyous, you get all the emotions that the characters feel, you feel, shot beautifully, and oh man, that ending, just that ending, that's the only thing I'm going to say. I'm not going to spoil it, because you got to go see this movie. I really enjoyed this movie, I really love this movie. It has everything you want from an Oscar level film, and then also some great action that you would expect in a superhero film, and blended it together in a perfect way. And like I said, it just has that tone that you're feeling the whole time. You just love. A few downsides to the movie, but overall, it was great. I gotta give this one 9 out of 10. Yeah, I know. You're saying, hey, you just gave Get Out that. Well, this is the same kind of thing. There's a few minor setbacks that make me say, alright, it's not perfect, but man, is it perfect in tone. And it nailed that tone. The Stu Million wrote that nailed tone. Tone's important in movies, guys. Just remember that. So, have you seen Logan? So let me know what you thought about it down below. Hopefully you loved it as much as I did. And if you did, be sure to tweet at Hugh Jackmon and let him know, hey, like what you did. Thank you for 17 years of not being able to eat a hamburger because you wanted to stay ripped as hell to be able to kick the Brotherhood and other enemies of the mutants' ass. And you did great. Can't see what you do from here. Maybe you'll do Real Steel too. I liked Real Steel. Just side note. And Patrick Stewart, please come back for Deadpool 2, because I want to see Charles get a happy ending. Because, you know, I want him to be in a world with mutants, because it was just sad without him being mutants and losing his mind. Yeah, so that's all I got. Please like, share, and subscribe. I am thankful as always when you do, and I will see you guys next time.